Good morning. I'm going to dispel a long-standing myth about me, and I think you should brace yourself. If you read some of the other papers in this country, you might come up with the impression that I'm a gloomy guy, that I'm pessimistic, that I'm a fearmonger. So I'm glad you're sitting down, because what I'm about to tell you will startle you. I am supremely optimistic. In fact, I've never been more hopeful. I'm hopeful about Israel. I'm hopeful about our region. I'm hopeful about peace. I'm even hopeful about the UN. Can you imagine that? Now, some of you may be disconcerted, so let me explain. Israel is in the midst. Israel is right in the nexus, and the future belongs to those who innovate. We are the innovation nation. I opened the school year, first time in Israel's history that an Israeli prime minister went to an Arab village. I went to the village of Tamra in the Galilee. And I met there a little girl, I think she was about 10 years old. And she said, this little Arab-Israeli girl, she said, "Prime Minister, I want to be a doctor." Beautiful 10-year-old girl, so full of promise. And I said to her, "I want you to be a doctor. I want you to know that this is your country too. I want you to study Hebrew." And simultaneously, I told her that we're beginning a pilot program to make Jewish children from the 5th grade on learn Arabic. I'm hopeful about this country. This girl is going to enjoy the 13 billion shekels that our government just passed for a multi-year program to improve the lives of its Israeli Arab citizens. Went with a senior television correspondent from the United States to Golan to see Save a Child's Heart. Here's the dividing line on the Golan Heights between the good and the bad. The bad is what is happening on the Syrian side of this border, where Syrian civilians, including children, whose screams we're hearing today, are being butchered, are being pummeled, are being hit by the air with terrible bombs by the Assad regime. Who's supplying these bombs? Who's supplying these weapons? Iran. Who's giving the instructions? Iran. Who's giving the backing for this butchery? Iran. That's the bad. Here's the good. It's right near, right next to me. These are the doctors, the nurses, the soldiers of the Israeli Defense Forces that are giving help to these children. You can see these children right here. Some of them have been hit terribly. And the IDF under Israel is taking care with a humanitarian effort, unprecedented, to help these poor people.
Hello and welcome to the Top 5. I'm Homa Lezgi. Our first story, a Syrian opposition leader has hailed Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for expressing support for insurgents wounded during the conflict in Syria. Mohammed Badi said the Syrian opposition is grateful to Netanyahu for his Thursday visit to a field hospital in the occupied Golan Heights. Israeli doctors are treating Syrians, including anti-government militants there. The Turkey-based leader added that Netanyahu's visit sent an important message. During the visit, the Israeli premier said that giving medical care to Syrians shows the true face of Israel.
Thousands of little kids brought from Tanzania, from Zanzibar, from Iraq, Yazidis from Mosul, from the Middle East, from Romania. They receive heart operations to save their hearts, otherwise they'll die. And you see these little children, these beautiful little children, receiving help from Israeli doctors training their doctors. It's a new world. This is Israel. The countries of the world are coming to Israel in ways that never happened before. And this is a microcosm of what our troubled region could be. Then Israel is a fountainhead of innovation that can help their lives. And we want to help their lives. Israel can help improve and lengthen the lives of people around the world.